No. Oh, baby, I'm sorry. Still your throat. It's really sore. Sweetheart. It's okay. Mommy's here. Yeah. I'll fix you right up, okay, gorgeous? Yeah, right. So I think it's about time we give you some medicine. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know, sweetie. I know it doesn't feel nice, does it? I know. Okay. Let Mommy get you some medicine. Okay, we're gonna give you this. I'll give you, I think it's just one. Two caplets every 4 to 6 hours as required. Okay, sweetie? Okay, sweetie? I know, sweet pea. Okay, shall we do one at a time? Okay, so there's your water, sweet pea. Pop it in. Okay, ready? Drink up. Okay, and swallow. Did you get it? Yeah. Good job, honey. I know. You're getting the hang of it, though. Okay, let's give you one more then. You ready? Okay, in the pop, yeah. Okay, and then the water. Okay. Did you get it? Yeah. Good. Sweet pea. Hopefully that'll help you. Okay? Yeah. And I want you to drink the rest of this water. Okay? Because hydration is the most important part when you're sick, especially. It's gonna make you feel better. I promise. Okay, sweetie. Drink that when you can. Alright, and I also got you a cookie. Yeah, I figured you're sick, and as much as a cookie might not help you in the long term, you deserve it. You deserve something nice and yummy. Okay, so this one is those chocolate chip and quinoa ones that you like. There's only a couple left, but I figured this was a worthy occasion. Okay. Do you want it? Okay, sweet pea. There you go. Yeah, you can have it, of course. Okay, sweetie. So now we just have to let the medicine Okay, sweet pea. And really, I think it might be time for bed. I know it's a little earlier than you'd normally go to sleep, but sleeping is the best cure for any illness. Yeah, it is, sweetie. I'm not just making that up. No. Would I lie to you? No, really. When you're sleeping, it means that your body can focus more on healing you rather than on, moving, living, and doing everything else. And you do look a little tired. Yeah. Okay, sweetheart. I can read to you a little. I know that helps to relax you. Yeah, I can sing you a nice little lullaby too, of course. You know that. I would never make you sleep without singing to you. Yeah, okay, sweetie. And you let me know if you need anything. Okay, I'll be here. I'm just gonna be right down the hall. If you need more medicine, or you need more water, or you're hungry, or you're cold or hot. Okay, and that's what mommies are for, right? I'm gonna take good care of you, sweet pea. Okay, now all your books went back to the library this morning, so I only have what I'm reading right now, but you might find it a little interesting. I'm just starting it. This is a book maybe we could read it together. I think you're probably old enough now for something a bit more serious. Is that okay? This is actually one of Mommy's favorite books. Yeah, I probably read it for the first time around your age. Yeah. So it's by George Orwell, and it's called 1984. And he actually wrote this in, I believe, 1948. And so he just switched the numbers of the dates. Or 1949, I guess, was more when it finished, but they would have started it at 48. And if you've started learning about this in history class, I think so, right? At school, that was the, that was after World War 1948. Yeah, that was after World War II. But, and in Russia, the Soviet Union, they were especially very, the communism was kind of taking over. It meant that they controlled you and would watch you all the time and stuff like that. And so I think that's kind of where he was inspired. And then from there he created kind of a horrible, really, future. I'll read you the back when you can tell me if it interests you, okay, sweetie? I know. You feeling a bit tired? Yeah. Okay. Let me read you. The year 1984 has come and gone. But George Orwell's prophetic, nightmarish vision in 1949 of the world we were becoming is timelier than ever. 1984 is still the great modern classic of negative utopia, a startlingly original and haunting novel that creates an imaginary world that is completely convincing from the first sentence to the last 4 words. No one can deny the novel's hold on the imaginations of whole generations, or the power of its admonitions. Power seems to grow, not lessen, with the passage of time. Look, I guess I had marked a page beforehand. But yeah, what do you think, sweetie? Something that interests you? Okay, alright, then I'll read it to you. We can read it together. Okay, let's start then, yeah, sweetie? In 1984, a novel by George Orwell. Chapter 1. It was a bright, cold day in April, and the clocks were striking 13. Winston Smith, his chin nuzzled into his breast in an effort to escape the vile wind, slipped quickly through the glass doors of Victory Mansions, though not quickly enough to prevent a swirl of gritty dust from entering along with him. The hallway smelt of boiled cabbage and old rag mats. At one end of it, a colored poster, too large for indoor display, had been tacked to the wall. It depicted simply an enormous face, more than a meter wide, the face of a man of about 45, with a heavy black mustache and ruggedly handsome features. Winston made for the stairs. It was no use trying the lift. Even at the best of times, it was seldom working. And at present the electric current was cut off during daylight hours. It was part of the economy drive in preparation for Hate Week. The flat was 7 flights up, and Winston, who was 39 and had a varicose ulcer on his right ankle, went slowly, resting several times on the way. Varicose ulcer. I don't know the whole thing. That basically means that your ankle kind of will swell up. Like a blue vein, like varicose veins. Your grandpa had one, if you remember last year. My daddy, yeah, I just remember his ankles were so swollen. Yeah, he couldn't really move as easily. So, Winston's going slowly up the stairs. Where was it? On each landing, opposite the lift shaft, the poster with the enormous face gazed from the wall was one of those pictures which are so contrived that the eyes follow you about when you move. Big Brother is watching you. The caption beneath it ran. Yeah, I think that must be where the show got their idea. Yeah, with all the cameras watching all the contestants and stuff. Oh, sweetie. You're so smart. I'm so proud of you. Okay. Inside the flat, a fruity voice was reading out a list of figures which had something to do with the production of pig iron. The voice came from an oblong metal plaque like a dulled mirror, which formed part of the surface of the right-hand wall. Winston turned a switch, and the voice sank somewhat, though the words were still distinguishable. The instrument, the telescreen it was called, could be dimmed, but there was no way of shutting it off completely. He moved over to the window, a smallish, frail figure, the meagerness of his body merely emphasized by the blue overalls, which were the uniform of the party. His hair was very fair, his face naturally sanguine, his skin roughened by coarse soap and blunt razor blades, and the cold of the winter that had just ended. Outside, even through the shut window pane, the world looked cold. Down in the street, little eddies of wind were whirling dust and torn papers into spirals. And through the sun, and though the sun was shining in the sky a harsh blue, there seemed to be no color in anything except the posters that were plastered everywhere. The black, mustachioed face gazed down from every commanding corner. There was one on the house front immediately opposite. "Big Brother is watching you," the caption said, while the dark eyes looked deep into Winston's own. Down at street level, another poster, torn at one corner, flapped fitfully in the wind, alternately covering and uncovering the single word, Ingsoc. I-N-G-S-O-C. The far distance, a helicopter skimmed down between the roofs, hovered for an instant like a blue bottle, and darted away with a curving flight. It was the police patrol, snooping into people's windows. The patrols did not matter, however. Only the thought police mattered. Behind Winston's back, the voice from the telescreen was still babbling away about pig iron in the over-fulfillment of the 9th 3-year plan. The telescreen received and transmitted simultaneously any sound that Winston made above the level of a very low whisper would be picked up by it. Moreover, so long as he remained within the field of vision which the metal plaque commanded, he could be seen as well as heard. There was, of course, no way of knowing whether you were being watched at any given moment. How often or on what system the thought police plugged in on any individual wire was guesswork. It was even conceivable that they watched everybody all the time. But at any rate, they could plug in your wire whenever they wanted to. You had to live, did live, from habit that became instinct, and the assumption that every sound you made was overheard, and, except in the darkness, every movement scrutinized. I know, it's creepy. Yeah. Do you like it so far, sweetie? Yeah. Okay, we'll just read a few more pages because you do look really sleepy. Winston kept his back turned to the telescreen. It was safer, though, as he well knew, even a back can be revealing. A kilometer away, the Ministry of Truth, his place of work, towered vast and white above the grimy landscape. This, he thought, with a sort of vague distaste. This was London, chief city of Airstrip 1, itself the third most populous of the provinces of Oceania. He tried to squeeze out some childhood memory that should tell him whether London had always been quite like this. Were there always these vistas of rotting 19th century houses, their sides shored up with blocks of timber, their windows patched with cardboard, and their roofs with corrugated iron, their crazy garden walls sagging in all directions, and the bombed sites where the plaster dust swirled in the air and the willow herbs straggled over heaps of rubble, and the places where the bombs had cleared a larger path, and there had sprung up sordid colonies of wooden dwellings like chicken houses. But it was no use. He could not remember. Nothing remained of his childhood except a series of bright lit tableaux occurring against no background and mostly unintelligible. The Ministry of Truth. Mini True in Newspeak. Newspeak was the official language of Oceania. For an account of its structure and etymology, see appendix. The Ministry of Truth was startlingly different from any other object in sight. It was an enormous pyramid structure of glittering white concrete, soaring up terrace after terrace, 300 meters into the air. From where Winston stood, it was just possible to read, picked out on its white face in elegant lettering, the 3 slogans of the party. War is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. I know. The Ministry of Truth contained, it was said, 3,000 rooms above ground level. In corresponding ramifications below, scattered about London, there were just 3 other buildings of similar appearance and size. So completely did they dwarf the surrounding architecture that from the roof of the Victory Mansions you could see all 4 of them simultaneously. They were the homes of the 4 ministries between which the entire apparatus of government was divided. The Ministry of Truth, which concerned itself with news, entertainment, education, and the fine arts. The Ministry of Peace, which concerned itself with war. The Ministry of Love, which maintained law and order. And the Ministry of Plenty, which was responsible for economic affairs. Their names in Newspeak: Mini True, Mini Pax, Mini Love, and Mini Plenty. The Ministry of Love was a really frightening one. There were no windows in it at all. Winston had never been inside the Ministry of Love, nor within half a kilometer of it. It was a place impossible to enter except on official business, and then only by penetrating through a maze of barbed wire, entanglements, steel doors, and hidden machine gun nests. Even the streets leading up to its outer barriers were roamed by gorilla-faced guards in black uniforms, armed with jointed truncheons. Okay, sweetie. I'll mark the page. But you look really tired, so I think you should go to sleep. I'm glad you're enjoying it, but I want you to feel better. Okay? I know. Okay, got a little bit left of your water. Can you have one more sip for me? Please. I promise water is good for you. It's gonna make you feel a lot better. Okay? Help everything in your body flow. It's gonna help all of the army members inside of your body to go fight off the illness. Okay? Think of water as their transportation. If you don't have enough water, then those responsible for fighting your illness won't be able to do their job. Okay, do you need anything else? Got your blankets, you're nice and cozy in bed. Okay. And you had your cookie and your water. Okay. So now it's time to get some rest, okay, sweetie? Hopefully when you wake up tomorrow, you'll feel better. Okay, and if you need me at all tonight, just down the hall, like I said. And I'll probably be up for a couple more hours too, if you need me. Okay, sweetie? Alright. Close your eyes now, and I'll sing you. Bad dreams, go away. Good dreams, here to stay. Bad dreams, go away. Good dreams, here to stay. Bad dreams, go away. Good dreams,